Hey everyone, it is Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel, one of the most dreaded videos of the year, the prediction videos. Who do we think will qualify? Team United right now, semi-final one after watching and listening to the dress rehearsals of the entire show. And it's probably controversial, it always is. Keep in mind that we love all 15 artists in the running. This is not our personal taste, it's based on predictions, observations, and some risk taking based on what we think may happen, because there'll always be someone left out. I know people will be upset anyways, regardless of what I say, so just know that this is not based on personal taste. It would look very, very different. So the 6 of us, we all voted, and we seem to gather around 11 songs that we feel comfortable with, but there can only be 10, so let's talk this through from 1st to 10th and all the way to 15th. And once again, nothing but love and respect for all participants. But let me go for them real quick here. In number 1, we think we'll be in first place based on therefore qualifying from the grand final is Finland. 6 of us, 4 of us believe actually that Finland will win this semi, and the other 2 individuals think that Finland will come second. And so it doesn't come as a surprise based on feedback, reaction, all of that stuff. So Finland wins the semi, therefore a qualifier tonight. Also qualifier, no shocker, Sweden, Loreen, her performance better and better every run through. Therefore, everyone thinks it'll be top 2. 2 of us even think that Loreen will win this semi. So between 1 and 2, very, very close. Those are our 2 clear prediction favorites, which, not a shocker, most people will probably agree, the betting odds agree, the polls agree, yada, yada, yada. Let's go for the rest here real quick. The country we also have to qualify in 3rd place is Israel. I think the song just really works for a lot of people, and it's perfect for staging at Eurovision, and everyone believes this will go through. 4 of us think 3rd place overall, and when you combine the average, this is where we think Israel will end up. 3rd in the semis, therefore, see you in the finals again. Then in 4th place, all of us agree as well. Initially a big surprise, but maybe not, it's Czechia. There was a little talk about, could there be the surprise non-qualifier, something isn't clicking right, it's not working, but as it turns out, after we've seen the rehearsals, the whole run through and the energy, all of us say this will be in the finals. And 4th place overall is I had it in 5th overall, but when you combine it, that's what we think. Some people are a little bit more hesitant. They still think it's a borderline qualifier, so it may not be complete agreement here where it ends up, but all of us think that Vesna will perform again on Saturday night. Who else is on our list? Oh yes, in 5th place, that is maybe a bit of a surprise, also a qualifier we all think will make it. It's Malta. Malta really impressed us. I've always believed in Malta from the get-go, and now the team, after watching all these rehearsals, reactions, and input, it seems as Malta may be more of a surprise qualifier than some people expect. We could be wrong, but it seems coming together, and it looked really, really good last night. I know it's a competitive semi. I don't have it as high. I have it in 8th place still, so I think it's going to be a top 5, but everyone on our team is now believing the Basker are qualifying for the grand final. So therefore, overall 5th place. And then in 6th place in our predictions is Moldova. And Moldova, once again, everyone on the team says, yep, that one is through. It's not as convincing in terms of our positioning. It's like midfield to 9th, 10th place in our predictions, so that we see a universe where this could be a surprise non-qualifier. I think Moldova will still go through. Just some of the reactions I've seen in the press and in the audience over the last couple of days seems to be not as clear and cut as I would like it to be, but overall we think it's just such a good song, it will go through. So all 6 songs so far have the blessing from all members. Now there will be some disagreement. In 7th place is Norway. Dropped a little bit in our predictions. Norway got 5 out of 6 yeses from our team. One individual, Roy, actually thinks Norway might be the surprise non-qualifier. And I'm not there. I have Norway still high up in my ranking. I think it'll be in the top 5. 4th place. I actually dropped it from 3rd to 4th in my predictions, but nevertheless, it's going to be pretty high. Although, to be fair, even Connor wasn't quite as convinced about Norway has it as a borderline qualifier. So there seems to be a little bit more doubt among our team members, but Overall, we still think Norway will go through when you look at the combined results, and I couldn't agree more. Norway will sail through, if you ask me. And now it's getting really, really tricky, because from 8th to 11th place, we have 4 agreements out of 6, and it was very tight. So basically ties. So I had to do tiebreakers. So ultimately, in 8th place, we are putting Portugal. So we think Portugal will go through, as said. 4 said yes. The highest result we think for Portugal would be a 6th place, somewhere between 6th and 10th. I still put Portugal in 7th. We had some concerns. I think they could have done more visually with everything that is going on. That being said, despite all of the shortcomings of the visual aspect of it, it's still a fantastic song, and people will just gravitate towards that happiness, and Mimicat just smashes it every single time. She's so good. And could they have done even more? Yes. But is it enough to qualify? I just think it'll happen. It'll happen. Roy and Gabe are no longer convinced, or I'm not sure if they have been convinced. I don't know. But they don't believe Portugal will make the cut. But the rest of us said yes, and that is enough based on our average. So Portugal, we predict, will qualify from semi 1. Then in 9th place, Switzerland. Once again, 4 out of 6 said yes, and that is a pleasant surprise, because in our pre-rehearsal prediction, Switzerland missed out on our top 10. So after watching everything and getting a vibe, the team now leaning towards a qualification for Switzerland. I agree with the over ranking. I put Switzerland in 9th place as well. Gabe is actually even predicting a top 5, so it's a little bit more bold. Melanie and Sean saying it will not be enough for Switzerland, but combined, they have been overruled. We think Switzerland will go through. We need a ballot in the finals, right? And then last but not least, our 10th and final qualifier, maybe some surprises, I don't know, is Croatia. And Croatia, once again, 4 out of 10, and I just keep agreeing this. I agree with my team ranking overall. I put Croatia in 10th place. I think they will squeeze in. It is not going to be as big with the televoters as some people may think, but it's enough of a niche to get the support to make it to the grand final. Connor and Gabe don't think it'll be enough, and I see where they're coming from. It was really close on my part. But yeah, we put Croatia as our 10th and final qualifier. And here's the rest of the best. Maybe some surprises. I am actually surprised. And in 11th place, we are putting Serbia. And Serbia got also 4 out of 6 yeses. But with the tiebreakers, they actually tied with Croatia. But Croatia got more higher rankings. Therefore, we put them in 10th place. But it was like this close. The 4 individuals said between 7th and 9th place is what they feel for Serbia. The 2 individuals that said no are Connor and Matt. Myself, I actually made a bold prediction. Hear me out. I had this issue where I just couldn't believe that 4 out of 5 songs from the first 5 songs would qualify. And so Norway was a sure qualifier. Then I was looking at Malta, Portugal, and Serbia. Those are the 3 that I still had in contention. And I already decided that Malta is the hill I will die on. So I put them aside. I think they will qualify. So I was between Portugal and Serbia. And I just thought the esoteric nature of Serbia may hurt them. Some people are making the case, well, just because of the votes from certain countries that Serbia is a guaranteed qualifier. I don't think based on the allocation this year that is the case. I'm just so scared. All 3, Malta, Serbia, and Portugal, are in my personal top 10. Not just in the semi, but overall. They're 3, one of my favorite songs this year. So it pains me that I had to make a choice. I just don't think all 5 of them. The other option would have been Portugal, and I'm taking more of a chance here. And just on the vibe, based on some of the reactions in the arena and all of that stuff. And feedback. So yeah, so Serbia be leaving out, but I'm praying to the Eurovision gods that we are wrong. I want to be wrong. So Serbian fans, you know how much I love the song, and I want to be wrong. But yeah, it's just there. I wish the team would have overruled me, so it's my fault. But yeah, there how it goes. And then the rest of the pack didn't get as much attention from our team. In 12th place, we have Latvia. Only 1 individual, Connor, thinks that Latvia will qualify. He actually thinks it'll be in the top 3. I was like, a little much. But hey, hunches, right? Then in 13th place, we have Azerbaijan. Also, 1 person believes Azerbaijan will be a surprise qualifier, and that is Roy. Roy thinks Azerbaijan will squeeze into the finals, and that would be, to a lot of people, a big surprise. Therefore, 13th place. In 14th place, it's the Netherlands. And the Netherlands only got the confidence of one member, and that is Gabe. Gabe thinks they will be the borderline qualifier in 10th place, still making it through. The rest of us is no longer convinced. We hope to be wrong. I still had it as a 50-50. I just wasn't quite as confident that I didn't put them in. So I'm surprised that nobody else thinks that. But hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. And then in 15th, last place is Ireland. Unfortunately, after what we've seen and experienced, nobody on the team thinks that Wild Youth will be a qualifier. And we're praying to the Eurovision gods, of course, that we're always wrong, because we would love to be wrong. This is not about being right. It's just a hunch. And we have to do this tradition every year. As much as I hate it, because, you know, people come at you and hate you and yell at you, and while you're wrong and you suck and you... But it is what it is. But yeah, these are our 10 qualifiers. A little bit, some surprises, some not. Finland, Sweden, Israel, Norway, Czechia, Moldova, Portugal, Malta, Switzerland, and Croatia. With Serbia easily sneaking in, kicking one of the other ones out, like Croatia or Switzerland. Or Malta, I guess. Well, no, Malta's in fifth. Anyway, you got my point. What are your thoughts? Leave them below in the comment section. Be polite, be respectful, appreciate diversity, and I will see you in the next video.